gives DNA to identify Jong-nam's body. Conviction in cosmetics tycoon murder case upheld. Hi, I'm Suhaila Saifuddin and this is Couple News. Prime Minister Dato Suseela says Malaysia has not started formal negotiations with North Korea over the release of the 9 Malaysians stranded in Pyongyang.
Dalam pada itu, kita dapati bahawa orang kita di Korea Utara berada dalam keadaan yang sebenarnya mereka terjaminlah keselamatan mereka, jadi tidak ada apa-apa kebimbangan. Itu setakat ini dan kalau ada apa-apa nanti saya akan maklumkan.
The Prime Minister, however, assured Malaysians that they are safe and there is nothing to worry about. The 9 Malaysians currently in North Korea were barred from leaving the country after Pyongyang issued a travel ban on Malaysian citizens there last week. In response, Malaysia issued a similar ban prohibiting North Koreans from leaving. Police have obtained an Interpol Red Notice for the arrest of 4 North Koreans in connection with the murder of Kim Jong-nam.
But for the investigation of the case, it is still ongoing and we have not yet completed the investigation. And today I would like to inform you that we have already obtained a red notice for the 4 North Korean nationals who were at the airport on the day of the incident and who has since left back, which we believe to be in Pyongyang now.
An Interpol Red Notice is effectively an international arrest warrant which will be circulated to member countries listing persons who are wanted for extradition. The 4 North Koreans sought are Ri Ji-hyun, Hong Song-hak, Oh Jong-gil and Ri Jae-nam. They entered the country separately days before the incident on February 13 and left for Jakarta from the KLIA-2 just after Jong-nam's assassination. Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi says Kim Jong-nam's body has been identified by the DNA provided by his son. He said Malaysian officials had gone to the location of the son to retrieve the needed DNA.
Saya akan semak kepada dokumen kebenaran yang dibuat oleh next of kin itu kepada pihak Malaysia melalui Kementerian Luar dan memang pihak PDRM akan mengambil keputusan berdasarkan kepada permintaan berkenaan kerana DPRK Embassy tidak boleh meminta untuk mayat itu dibawa balik kecuali atas kebenaran oleh next of kin yang berkenaan. Okey.
Berkaitan dengan DNA Datuk, boleh kita tahu DNA itu diambil daripada anak lelaki dia ke ataupun
boleh daripada anak lelakinya.
Yang berada di negara mana Datuk?
Berada di 2 negara.
Is it true in Japan?
Saya tidak boleh reveal.
Okey. Boleh kita tahu.
We went there.
We went there. Our authorities went there and collected
Yes.
What DNA was it, Datuk Sri?
I cannot reveal the detail.
Can we know when it was taken?
Tak apalah, itu tak apa. Tapi memang telah diambil. Dan untuk kali yang kedua, saya ingin mengesahkan DNA telah diambil, telah dibawa ke Malaysia dan telah dibuat perbandingan. Memang itu sah. Kim Jong-nam.
Meanwhile, Deputy Inspector General of Police Tan Sri Nur Rashid Ibrahim said Kim Jong-nam's family has given permission to the Malaysian government to manage his remains. He says further action on the body is yet to be decided. Currently, his remains have been handed over to the Health Ministry and any further action will be the federal government's prerogative. Meanwhile, a North Korean diplomat based in Beijing says the recent incident in Malaysia was a political scheme by the United States and South Korea that will only benefit enemy countries.
말레이시아에서 발생한 사건은 명백히 우리 공화국이 영상을 깎아내리고 우리 제도를 전복하려는 미국과 남선 당국의 비열하고 위험천만한 정치적 음모입니다. 이번 사건으로 피해자는 조선과 말레이시아 두 나라이며 이득을 보는 것은 적들 뿐입니다.
This is not the first time North Korea has accused the involvement of United States and South Korea into the murder. In February, North Korean ambassador to Malaysia, Kang Chol, had accused Malaysia of colluding with South Korea to mask the latter's political turmoil in the country. He has since been declared as persona non grata and expelled from Malaysia. A former lawyer and Pathmanaban and 2 farmhands lost in their final appeal and will be sentenced to death for the murder case of cosmetic millionaire Dato Suseela Lawiya and her 3 aides 7 years ago. The federal court, however, acquitted and discharged the 4th accused, R. Martin, due to insufficient evidence against him. Chief Justice Arifin Zakaria, together with a panel of judges, found that there was insufficient evidence to link Martin to the murders. And Pathmanaban and 3 others, T. Tilayalagan, R. Kathavarayanan and Martin, were sentenced to death by the Shah Alam High Court on May 25, 2013. They were found guilty of murdering Suseelawati, bank officer Nur Hisham Muhammad, lawyer Ahmad Kamil Abdul Karim, and Suseelawati's driver Kamaruddin Shamsuddin in August 2010. Their conviction was upheld by the Court of Appeal in December 2015. The 2016 Sijil Pelajaran Malaysia results have recorded a national grade point average of 5.10 according to Education Director General Tan Sri Dr. Khair Muhammad Yusof. Dr. Khair said the results were better than 2015, which was 5.15. Although the results showed a better performance, the number of candidates who obtained straight A's saw a drop of 2.38% from 9,721 in 2015 to 8,647 in 2016. These candidates were also the first batch to undergo the school-based assessment system in 2012. Achievements of candidates in urban and rural areas also improved, with rural students showing an increase of 0.08 in GPN compared to their urban counterparts with 0.05. The Perak Commercial Crime Investigation Division is going all out to remove advertisements put up by loan sharks around Ipoh. Along with the Ipoh City Council, a team of policemen and council enforcement officers launched a 2-hour Operation Vulture in the city and removed almost 2,000 banners advertising loan services. Perak Commercial Crime Chief Superintendent Lee Yew Kyong said the operation is being carried out in stages and will target other areas in Ipoh and around Perak once again. He said the number of public complaints regarding harassment and threats they face from loan sharks is on the rise and advised public not to borrow money from loan sharks. After serving 7 years in prison for killing his ex-girlfriend and feeding her to dogs, Brazilian goalkeeper Bruno Fernandes de Souza is controversially back in the game, signed by Boa Esporte for 2 years. His return received a major backlash from fans, but the club isn't backing down.
É uma oportunidade dada, eu estou muito feliz de estar aqui, estou motivado.
O que você acha que você merece vestir a camisa de um clube de futebol também, depois de ter sido condenado por um crime tão grave?
Eu não vou te responder essa pergunta.
At least 5 sponsors have said they will drop the team in protest. Souza was recently released while appealing a 22-year sentence in 2010 for killing a former girlfriend, Eliza Samudio. The 32-year-old player previously starred for Rio de Janeiro-based Flamengo. US President Donald Trump's travel ban received another blow after a US judge in Hawaii granted a temporary restraining order hours before the new executive order temporarily banning visitors from 6 Muslim-majority nations was due to take effect. Hawaii Attorney General challenged the new ban signed on March 6 and said the state's universities and tourist economy would be harmed by the travel restrictions. Trump said the decision was an example of unprecedented judicial overreach and vowed to take the case as far as it needs to go, including to the US Supreme Court. The first ban, issued in January, which impacted 7 Muslim-majority nations, was halted by a federal court in Seattle. Now, who doesn't love these playful, cuddly panda cubs? The panda mother, Kifu, at China's Chengdu research base of giant panda breeding, had to play the bad cop recently when trying to clean her cub's son, Fushan. After the struggle, Kifu eventually managed to roll her son to a bathing hole. Kifu also had to chase after her daughter, Fu Lai, who determined to cling onto a tree to play. And that's all for Couple News. We leave you with happy visuals of students receiving their SPM results around the country.